Good evening, gang. The Pie Smuggler back yet again. Thanks for joining us at the club tonight to celebrate what has been another truly fulfilled year of Masters Rugby at the View. Firstly, to the person who has won the stand-up bingo. Get the ailing for everyone, you tight gates. I'm going to take you all on a journey through the lads' season at some iconic rugby league landmarks in our great town of Wigan. The history of rugby league goes back to 1872, with the town when Wigan first formed its team in the Northern Rugby Football Union. The club's famous cherry and white colours emerged at the end of the 19th century in 1885. Did you know? For Wigan and many northern clubs, the Great Split was made in 1885 to form the Northern Union, where the true game of rugby league evolved. As we all know, the many legends who have played, from the late Jim Sullivan, Ken G, Billy Boston, to name a few, from the era of the game. To the old favourites we all remember watching play, like Brett Kenny, Ellery Henley, Sean Edwards, to name a few more. The fantastic cup run in the 90s and that shocking defeat to the Sheffield Eagles. In 1902, Wigan then moved to the ground we all know as Central Park, where over the many years they established themselves as a true modern force in rugby league. In 1924, the first Challenge Cup was won by Wigan, beating Oldham 21 points to 4. Did any of you rugby nerds tonight know that one? Eh? Barry Bucket, Colin, the curious one? The history of the club is well known, along with the town's love for its good old, humble pie. So enough waffle from me now, so sit back with your drink and enjoy the review of the season put together by myself and the pigeon catcher Mike. In the depths of February, the View lads first faced a super Caddy's Head team, with the lads from the View once again living their master's dream. A game that saw the Pie Smuggler put Mike the Shrek Hughes in for his first Masters try, a pass I dare say far more tastier than a Galloway's meat pie. Tries from the pigeon catcher and the ball destroyer at the end, with the match ending in a hard-fought, bruising draw. However, this match had the true Masters spirit totally to its core. Moving on to match, saw the View play Rylands away. Another mind-blowing performance, but the result not going their way. Once again, always a tasty fixture across the East Lancs Finch, which was a delicate mixture. The game where Billy the Bullshit Sponge emerged from his deep historic past, as back in the day he claimed that he was very, very fast. Next was the Lobby Gobblers in the Battle of the Borough. Knowing this one, the action would be thorough. A game in which the Mosquito Siren and his swarm of yellow men did their job, stopping the East attack like a deadly true mosquito mob. A try from the Ginger Ninja, with the match finishing in a draw. It was true Masters Rugby that the local spectators saw. If I can just ask you all a question tonight, what would you do when things don't go to plan? As on this day, it was Fertile Phil who was meant to be our man, the coach that never was, and it didn't arrive. The lads and the wags needing to get to Blackpool to keep the Masters Rugby alive. Just like Hannibal Smith from the A-Team, the Ginger Ninja came up with a last-minute plan to get the players to Blackpool and every last man. Moving on to Chester, a frustrating game with no real performances finding any fame. Another trip to Cadizet saw some rip-roaring rugby played by It's Going to Be Our Year Brindle, the enchanting magician Tricky and the fertile one Phil in the Mills beginning to mingle. The festival at Crossfields saw some storming displays, with the better-looking Gregory Sean playing like back in his former days, the enchanting wizard Colin casting his spooky spell on the game with his own performance, putting himself in the frame. The season which has seen some startling performances by the Springview Gazelle, perhaps now finally he might be starting to come out of his shell. The return of the farm boy, Day and Dangerous Dean, as from his prehistoric days, he was known to be very, very mean. Other players this season to make a daring splash with the sidestepping Chorley cake and the Derbyshire dash. Not much business this year as before were the agent known as Glenn, as we were very unsure why he turned towards Tony and his men. Another return trip to Blackpool for a Masters fiesta, with two to play here proving to be a tester. Off the field, the players and the wags surely had the craig, mostly intoxicated, which was really no mistake. The classy antics and scenes from our very own Lady Leanne, gracefully swatting down at the side of an all-work van. The coach journey back where everyone had to sing or show us the ring. A true team bonding atmosphere this surely did bring. A final quest to Cadizet with a trio of teams, one being from a combined team of Wales. In both these games, the view not seen many fails. Playing first against the Rhinos were fertile Phil, flopped over the whitewash for a certain meat pie, with the man from the Enterprise Kirk also unlucky not to score a try. The human cannonball showing us his true England credentials, running the full length from halfway straight down the pitch, getting over the line without even getting a stitch. Now up against the dragon-like figures who had come all the way from Wales, with the ball destroyer with the wind up his sails. A cunningly precise pass from the Ginger Ninja in this epic saw the dragon slayed, as the awesome try was surely made. Not to forget the hairy one's audacious great fall, like slipping on a banana peel. He bloody well lost the ball. Off the field we've done quizzes, currying arts and a whole lot more. The return of Barry Bucket and his bike ride with the Canalside pubs for the wacky view lads to explore. Some fabulous highlights from which I am sure you will all agree being such another mind-blowing year. I can't thank you all enough tonight just for being here. So I hope you've enjoyed another true view of Masters Scripture, and with your hearts and minds I hope this has created a truly heartwarming picture